All right, Wing Women Nation. I'm so excited. This has been living inside of my mind and my heart and my soul for over a year. And I'm finally coming to this place where I've got enough clarity to talk about it. And I'm so grateful to you guys for playing with me and being my wing women while this has been coming together. Because it's been what we've been able to do in like 2 months of just talking and just supporting each other, and it has been leaps and bounds ahead of what I was doing for the 13 months prior to that by myself while I was just trying to figure it out in here and turn the wheels. So, Wing Women Nation, the big vision for it that gets me so excited, and I think that I was maybe almost hiding before, is that it's a women's community for a place for us to be our best selves, to live our best lives, to create the best world. Every single one of us, whether we know like what our purpose is or not, or whether it's already our business or not, all of us have this connection of feeling like the world isn't really operating exactly in the way that we want it to, and we feel like there's something that each one of us can do, can bring to this to bring about the change and be part of the change that's happening. And so for me, Wing Women Nation is this women's community that is so powerful, of all of us united, that allows us to create, to turn things from a patriarchy into a matriarchy, that allows us to finally be in, more positions of power, and harnessing our own individual power and kind of coming together collectively to use that in a way that that is more like the world that we want it to be, right?
So that sounds pretty big. Like, how do you see,
where
do you start,
Yes. Thank you for asking me that, because this last 13, 15 months has been about trying to figure out how do you bring this down to earth, to like right now, like where my feet are, where my hands are. And I believe that the answer to this is, the first step is us uniting. This just came to me this morning, so I'm going to read it because I don't know it by heart yet. The first step is us uniting. The second step is us getting us all wired for our desires, so that our thoughts and our language and the people we surround ourselves and the things that we do are all in support of whatever our individual desires are. The third step is getting each of us monetizing our gifts and purposes. And I see the immediate right now that we can start with Wing Women Nation as being a place where we can all flex our value muscle and get really acquainted with and develop a beautiful relationship with our own value. Because I know that there are a lot of you guys like me who have a tremendous amount to offer, and even have some of it all packaged and ready to go, but there's something that holds us back. And most of it is in here. It's the negative self-talk that we're also used to. The I can't do it. Who's going to pay for this? Who is going to listen to that? This sounds crazy. How can I start it today? What version of this can I do now? That sounds so big. Because so many of us are what I call grand expanders, where that's exactly what we have. We have big, big, bold ideas, and we get really excited by them. But then when we think about how to bring them to life, we get disconnected because of negative programming. Some of it has us thinking we can't do it. Some of us has us thinking nobody will pay for it. Some of us has us thinking, what's the small version of that? I have to do all of these unpleasant tasks that I don't like in order to be perched and primed and ready for that. And I went through that myself. And so that's what this whole idea of a value platform and being able to exchange each other's values, not just the gifts and purposes that we plan on offering or do offer currently in our businesses, but other pieces of experience that we've come up with along the way, especially for those of us who don't know exactly yet what vehicle our purpose is going to take,
So Wing Women Nation can also be an incubator.
It's absolutely an incubator. I see it as being a stepping stone to so many things for all of us. It's a place for us to to express our dreams, our desires, to connect with other women who offer services that are going to fill voids that we're currently feeling. But that we didn't video a few minutes before we started was Alyssa giving me hands-on healing. Because as I'm expanding and bringing this out into the world in a bigger way, my body is reacting to it. My throat, I was coughing hysterically before starting this, and my back has been aching for the past 3 weeks. And so those are some of the ways that we support each other. We're sitting here in Karen's beautiful house and enjoying this awesome
abundance,
spread of bounty and abundance, and it's so colorful and beautiful, and it was inspiring. And all of you guys came and you're giving me your time to help me do this and to metaphorically and literally hold my hand while we do it. That's what Wing Women Nation is,
And you were saying that we're here for you, but you're here for us too, because we always learn something when you're talking about this. And I know for me, it's helped me to see my value in different ways, and that the idea of value has been my biggest stumbling block.
Yeah.
And seeing my value, honoring it, and not just my value as an individual, but realizing if I wasn't here, that the value I bring to the world, there's a hole.
Yeah.
If I wasn't here.
Yeah.
Or if my life didn't matter, then there's a hole. Or if I think that, that my life didn't matter, that's wrong, because the more I see it and the more I feel supported by the people around me who lift me up and encourage me and you can do this and that kind of a thing, that's the love value that I'm getting, and that I realize that I'm a human being, and whether I'm making money or not making money, I add value.
Absolutely.
To the world. And
it's not even just about our purpose and our business and our mission and our cause. I mean, part of what has my back hurting so much is, stuff that goes on with my son and with my husband and with my financial situation. Every single one of us are whole beings, and we're human before we're anything else. And so how we feel about, getting caught in traffic on the way over here, or the fight we had with our husband, or, how our children are just not listening.
Yes.
That all of that is stuff that affects how we feel about ourselves and how we feel about our value. So, whenever there's a group of women who get together, we're inevitably talking about 5, 6, 7, 8 different parts of our lives, right? It's not ever just the one. And that's one of the things that I love about this idea of Wing Women Nation, is that this is a place where that's not just okay, but that's how it is. That's what you're coming for. And that it's an opportunity for us to live by example and to lead by example and to be vulnerable and to not just use this platform or any platform as a highlight reel, but that we're talking about, all the vulnerabilities and all the warts and all the, aches and pains and everything too, and all the struggles, because all of that brings the desire to come out of it, and it brings the support from each other and the ideas from each other and the inspiration from each other. And before you know it, you're feeling really good, like I'm feeling really now. So Wing Women Nation, there's plenty more to come.